The University of Johannesburg, the future reimagined.
Good morning and welcome to today's podcast. My name is Litado Mutarian. I'm the manager of the UJ Institutional Repository. Today we're going to be talking about the UJ Institutional Repository that is based on a system called Esploro. I'm not alone, I'm with my colleague Tracy. And Tracy, can you please kindly introduce yourself?
Hi there, I'm Tracy October, and I am Clarivate's Senior Product Sales Manager for our Research and Analytics suite of products.
Thank you, Tracy. Today we're going to be talking about the UJIR, what the UJIR is, what is its role, and what do we host on the UJ Institutional Repository, and also the system called Esploro that is built on. So what is the UJ Institutional Repository? The UJ Institutional Repository is an open access repository that is aiming to collect, preserve, and showcase the University of Johannesburg research outputs that are done by all staff and students that are affiliated with the university. So the role of the institutional repository is that when the institutional repository was established, it was to further promote the visibility of academic innovations of the university. It was also to store, disseminate, and preserve digital scholarly materials that are created by staff. So it enhances the impact of the research, citations, and age index. So the UJIR increases the readership of the researchers' work and also brings forward the university flagship. It preserves the knowledge for future accessibility, and all the items that are on the IR are subject to copyright laws. So far, the UJ Institutional Repository has over 30,000 open access materials. And what we host on the IR is research outputs, which are conference papers, journal articles, books and book chapters, and also our ETDs, which are our thesis and dissertations. So our system that hosts the institutional repository is called Esploro, and that is why I'm with Tracy. So Tracy, can you please just tell us an overview of what Esploro is and what are the benefits of using Esploro for an institutional repository?
Well, first off, we're very, very pleased that UJ is the first institution in Africa to have implemented Esploro. It really speaks to the innovative approach of UJ, especially when it comes to adopting new technologies. So Esploro is our research management and research repository system. It's highly intuitive, and it helps an institution like UJ to showcase your research and to manage all of your research assets publicly, to make it more accessible for your students, for other researchers within UJ and outside of UJ, and also to promote your activities to partner institutions, whether in the academic space or within corporate R&D or government, etc.
Thank you, Tracy. So we just recently moved on the system, and we're really enjoying the system, and all the benefits that you highlighted are actually beneficial to us at the UJIR team. So the most questions that we have, mostly because here you said we are the first in Africa to have the institutional repository, mostly the questions that we have is, why did UJ move to a paid system and rather not stick to open source system? Can you please just kindly give us an benefits, or why is it important to use paid system over open access system or open source, they say?
So there are pros and cons to each approach. And ultimately, I think you get what you pay for. So with the proprietary software system like Esploro, you're gaining a lot in terms of reliability, in terms of performance, in terms of data security, and customizability of the system. You know, an open source software is more like a free puppy than a free coffee, because ultimately with a free puppy, you have to house it, you have to feed it, you have to train it, you have to potty train it to make sure that it works the way that you want it to. And so we find with a lot of our Esploro customers is ultimately it's actually more affordable and more economically viable than some open source software than they used previously.
Okay, thank you for highlighting all those information. And just to give just one highlight or benefit is that we are so happy to use the system because we already see the benefits that it has to offer us. We can see it from just the statistics, the downloads, the views, and it's completely different to what we were using. Do you have any questions that maybe you would like to ask us, since we are the first ones to use the system?
Yeah. So I think obviously within your first phase of your Esploro implementation, you now have all of your research assets on the system. And hopefully with the second phase, you will evolve the system to also have an expert finder system to really promote the researcher profiles of all of your institution. And so I'm wondering, we're seeing a lot more that institutions are looking towards their marketing face or public face. And I wondered what you think of the library's role in terms of promoting the strategic research vision of UJ.
What I have in mind is the strategic vision of UJ. Okay, firstly, let's just say, because the university already is doing good with research outputs, and then moving to the system, it's actually good for us because if you see the benefits that we see on the IR exactly now that since we have used it, we see that the system that we're using, it's actually goes hand in hand with what the university's strategic goal is, which is to make sure that everyone can view the articles or the research outputs of the university as open access and stuff. So the system and the university, I think what we are doing so far really correlates, because if you can see from the numbers already, you can just see that the researchers are really using our tools, and they really see that using this tool really helps them for more citation and for more H index and for more visibility and promoting their work. So yeah, that's what I can just say to you right now.
And I think as Clarivate, we're very pleased to have been able to partner with you on this project.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I think we yet to see the growth of using the institutional repository, because Esploro has other features, great features that we can use. But so far we're just using the institutional repository, and we yet to use the researcher profiles, etc. on the system. Thank you so much, Tracy, for joining us and also for highlighting all the benefits and the overviews of Esploro and what it is to use a paid system rather than using an open software. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Matali.
Thank you.
The University of Johannesburg, the future reimagined.